Summer of Extreme Barbecue, we're getting ready for our big Looney Tunes Labor Day cookout, and this week we tackle the pig.
Porky the Pig Candy. Fire it up.
Here we go from the birthplace of American barbecue, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, well, I couldn't wait to kick in. It's very warm.
It is warm.
But we're doing it. The Summer of Extreme Barbecue. We're working towards Labor Day weekend, where it'll culminate in our Looney Tunes barbecue cookout.
It's going to be an extravaganza. We're going to cook all 4 of the major food characters in Looney Tunes.
And maybe even more. Jack Waybor is with us. He's 3-time South Carolina state champion. I'm Bill West with barbecuetricks.com. Jack with Carolina Pitmasters, and we love getting emails.
We do.
We love. Actually, what's your official Twitter handle?
I'm SC Pitmaster on Twitter.
SC Pitmaster. I'm
Pitmaster.
Bill West BS. Sometimes I do like country music stuff there, or just barbecue tricks at Barbecue Tricks. You can follow us. So this week we got the famed Porky Pig.
Porky the Pig Candy. We decided to do pig candy. Of course, you know, we do whole hogs and shoulders and Boston butts and ribs and so on and so on and so on. But I think pig candy is just a great way to go about doing something a little bit different.
And you're saying, a lot of people are probably like, I've never heard of pig candy. Pig candy was only something since in the last couple months that I had even learned about. And I tried it and I'm like, oh my God. My MJ and I were both like, how could we have not known about this before? So show us how it's done.
Pig candy's real simple. The way I do it is I get myself a regular baking sheet and I cover it with aluminum foil. What we're doing is sugaring up thick sliced bacon. And then we're going to put it on the smoker or the grill.
Obviously, oven when you're working with bacon would be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But
the smoker works just fine.
This is great TV.
The trick to the whole process is to make sure that you keep track of what you're doing, because this goes pretty fast. We lay out the bacon on a pan, one strip at a time.
And
real easy to do.
This has been sitting on ice. I mean, with the heat, you got to watch out for bacon, right?
Absolutely. This should be done in your kitchen. But I get them as close together as I can. And I get them as I don't want to stretch them out. I want to kind of leave them thick as well. It just works better that way. I get as many on the sheet as I possibly can. I can get a whole pound on the sheet. Remember that the bacon is going to shrink as it cooks. So it's really okay if it kind of sticks over a little bit or you have a little bit extra. I usually get about 12 ounces of bacon on a sheet at the same time. And I'm going to go ahead and use this edge up here a little bit like this. It's easy to do. Get it all on there as best as you can. We'll put one on this side on this strip over here because it's just going to go. We're going to put it on the grill, Bill.
That looks like it's going to be dangerous. So do we need to do anything yet on this? I mean, is that just it? No, there's more.
There's more to the whole process. And then what I did was followed a recipe kind of loosely. Where you take brown sugar and you add a little bit of powdered heat to it. I used a habanero, peach habanero concoction on here. Brown sugar, peach habanero, half a cup of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of whatever kind of heat that you want to use. Cayenne pepper would be fine. Really doesn't make any difference which one it is, but you use some heat. And you sprinkle this all over the bacon, just like this.
Habanero what?
I use peach habanero. It's a powdered rub.
Really?
Peach habanero rub. Yeah, it's pretty good. Provides nice heat. And then you spread it out as best as you can. Get it all working. Make sure you get some on yourself too. That's important.
Now, the one time I did this, I just used brown sugar and I added some heat in the other step.
On the rub. Or
on the glaze or whatever it's called.
And so I get this on there like this, and then I take a little bit of time, flip them all over as quick as you can because we're working out here in heat. It really doesn't take very long.
Heat does a thing around bacon, doesn't it?
Yeah, the fat loosens up in the bacon, and let's face it, bacon is mostly fat.
Which is going to cause us some challenges on the grill, right?
Absolutely. What I found when I made pig candy my first time was that you really have to keep track of what's going on. You really do, because this stuff can turn over, the sugar will caramelize and burn up on you in a minute. Spread this all around.
Have a spray bottle handy, probably?
Yeah, I
Wouldn't hurt.
I didn't have a problem with it, you know, because it's not on the fire directly. I didn't really have a problem with the flare-ups or anything. I had more of a problem with the sugar caramelizing and burning than I did anything else.
Too quick, so keep an eye on it.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on it. You can't just put it on there and walk
I've got
away.
the grill on fairly low.
Fairly low. And
So this is the sugar, and what is this?
Sugar and the rub. And then my good friend Buzz Dean, Buzz A, sent me some fresh maple syrup from Wisconsin. So what I'm going to do...
That's the real deal there.
That's the real deal.
That's not log cabin.
That's not log cabin. And I'm going to
I like log cabin, though.
I do like
Actually,
log
I used log cabin last time, and did, as a matter of fact, it worked just fine. But
this stuff is the real deal right here.
okay.
And you spread that on there. Make sure you get a nice little paste going. And then we're going to go ahead and put it on the grill. And that is going to make fantastic, luscious.
I'm going to take
candy.
this over there, and why don't you get ready? We'll get some grape plates going.
Let's go ahead and get the grape plates working. While Bill's putting that on, we'll get the grape plates working. First grape plate from Alan Stuckey.
Look at this thing. This is, he says, quote, I got kind of inspired by the whole Fat Guido explosion thing we did early on. Anyways, I guess you could call this a chicken bacon explosion.
Yummy.
Pepper jack cheese wrapped in sliced ham with asparagus. You know, keep it healthy, as he says. Stuffed in a chicken breast, all wrapped up in a bacon weave.
That sounds awesome.
Thanks, Alan Stuckey.
No doubt.
If you got great plates, go to the website, send them our way. Next up, from Lar, L-A-R, Lar or Lair. Spicy apple pork spare ribs after 5 hours on the Weber kettle.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Used hickory with a little apple wood.
Yummy.
Love the show, guys. Keep it up.
Hey, we love the show too.
Anytime you got them, send them our way. The great plates at greattv.com. It's actually greattv.com/submit, and do it online there.
Right, I'm ready.
So you got the pan full.
The pan's full.
And we got some that actually has had a chance to cool down.
And what I like to do when it's all nice and cooled down is I take a little bit of my mango habanero rub that I used in the beginning, and I sprinkle a little bit right on top, just to give it kind of a salty kind of a look, texture, and it kind of adds a little bit more heat to it. Something that doesn't look great.
And once it cools, it actually firms up a little bit.
It does
Very
firm up.
sticky.
Sticky, it's candy. Grab yourself a piece. That's delicious.
It's like taffy for grown-ups.
It's pig candy. It's wonderful.
It's exactly what you'd think of. But if you haven't had it before, you got to try it.
Absolutely. I like to take this sometimes and leave it a little bit, not cook it quite down quite so far, and I'll wrap it around my atomic stuffed peppers when I make those. It's a wonderful and different kind of a texture, flavor to it. It's great.
Our Porky Pig candy today is we prepare for Labor Day and our Summer of Extreme Barbecue cookout for Labor Day, doing Looney Tunes.
Buy local, think global, stay sustainable, and every chance you get, hug your mama.
Have a bit.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. See you next week.
Have fun.